So, all right, guys, I don't know how clearly you can see me. My camera looks very clear. My laptop does not. But good news, ladies and gentlemen. I finally figured out how to use my Sony Z1 as a webcam. Yay! So hopefully I look as clear as I do on the webcam and not as dark as I do on my laptop. But whatever. We have a lot to talk about. Love Island, episode 30. What a thing. So I'm trying to do pictures. Okay. Let's see. I don't want to add the name. Let's see if it's doing it. Okay, I don't know. All right, so okay. I think I have a picture of Sierra right now. Not sure. We hope. We can only hope that I have a picture of Sierra on my screen right now. Hey, Aaron Worldwide. I'm going to try and get to your yacht next weekend. So, anyway, guys, Sierra Ortega has left the villa. And we are all up in arms. We all feel different feelings. Some people are feeling, yay, we're so happy that that racist bigot is gone. Some people are like, what the heck? She didn't say anything racist. Some people are like, we're fine that she's gone, but why didn't Love Island make any type of statement? And that's where I'm at. So let's talk about racist terms first off. If you are not the oppressed, not even in air quotes, if you're not the oppressed race, shall I say, for lack of better words, that is dealing with the racism, then you cannot tell somebody what is a slur. I'm not up in arms. Yay, she was just plotting. I'm glad she's gone. I didn't have a problem with Sierra. I didn't have a problem with Sierra, especially once I saw that she was a Libra, because I have a thing and I really do love all Libras. I know I shouldn't, but most Libras, I give them chances. And so coming back out of it now that she's gone, do I feel like she was plotting? Do I feel like she was calculated? Do I feel like, yes, she was playing the game? She was definitely playing the game. I don't know that she was just there for love. I do know that she was there for not even the money, I don't think. I think she was more so there for the brand deals, for sure. I think that she was trying to, you know, be the most popular and be able to get out and be set. And that's just not what happened. So the racial slur, I'm not going to say it because I don't think that I'm supposed to. And I hate that when people are talking about someone saying the N word and they say, oh, well, they said da-da-da, or whatever. It's not okay. I will, however, say that I did not know years ago that this was a derogatory term. And probably because you've heard people say it, and maybe because you haven't been around Asian people or you haven't been around people that are educated that could tell you, hey, this is a slur. Because I definitely used to describe my eyes that way for when I was younger. Like people would say that I was adopted. They would make fun of me because my eyes, you know, they don't open all the way. My eyes look closed. If I'm smiling, When I used to smoke, when I was high, my eyes would literally, like, I would be able to see fine, but my eyes would look like they're closed or whatever. People sometimes think I'm sleeping when I'm not sleeping. And so I would get joked on and say, oh, this is how you look. We were innocent kids. We did not know that it was anything wrong. I did know that I didn't really mind them joking about my eyes. I just minded that they said that I was adopted. That was the only thing that I really minded. I didn't care about the eyes thing. But I think maybe like right before 2020 or so, I found out that that was a derogatory word. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've said that. I've used that to describe myself, not in anything negative or whatever, but I have used the word and I realized, hey, this is not something that you're supposed to be using. And I stopped using the word. I am a 37, almost 38-year-old woman. So I think I do have a lot more sense than a 25-year-old. The first time she used this word was 2015 when she was a teenager. So I know that teenagers can be racist. I don't think that she was meaning it in that sense. And then I think she used it again when she was going for Botox. And I don't know what age that was, but she was obviously an adult because she was getting Botox. And I'm hoping that your teen is not getting Botox. Maybe they are. The teens I know are not getting Botox, but irregardless. And from my research, why one of the reasons everyone was so upset about it is because somebody allegedly told her, hey, this is not something that you should be saying. And she pretty much said, I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway. And I'm not exactly sure how she responded. I could not find the text message proof that is going around, which is why I said alleged. But I couldn't find any of the text message proof that said that she knew that this is a derogatory word. So they did kick Yulissa off for abusing the N-word, shall I say. I am from New York, and personally, I have never found it okay with non-Black people using the N-word. And I'm not saying it now because I'm on my social medias and, I'm trying to be professional. But anyway, I have never been okay with anyone that's not Black, mixed, saying the N-word. I don't like it. I've even had to be checked one time because I was on set and a woman that, we were just talking around and holding, and she said something and enter this. And I was like, wait a minute, you cannot say that. And she's like, I am Black. And I felt horrible because she's Black and she's mixed and she was very, very, very fair skinned. So at first glance, I did not know she was Black. I had to apologize. But also it's like, I'm fine with apologizing, but I'm also fine with checking people if I had no idea that she was Black. So once I found out, I knew I was wrong. I checked it. I moved on. So Yulissa got kicked off and now Sierra got kicked off. My issue with Love Island is the fact that they have not made any kind of statement regarding it. And if they have, let me know. I took a 2-hour nap by accident and I still have not seen anything to where they have said, hey, this is why Sierra was kicked out. We do not condone this. We stand by that, whatever. Nobody has said anything. Ariana has wrote in different comments saying that, she's not being silent in it, but she has not made a public statement. And my issue with that, Love Island, is if you are going to kick her off, we should be able to talk about why she's being kicked off. It is known. It is all over the social medias and even Entertainment Tonight that she has said this derogatory term and that she was kicked off. Why have we not let the Villa castmates talk about it? Just saying that she was let go because of a personal reason, which it was not a personal reason. You let her go because she was making the brand look bad because she was spreading hate. Why did we not talk about it? Why did we just, I did understand the yanking of Yulissa because it was honestly the first episode. We didn't know her. It still was a little weird. I still had to look up and see why she was missing. I didn't really notice she was missing at first because it was so early on in the season. But we definitely needed to say something. I don't think that, I'm going to decline that. I don't think that nothing should have been said. I think that was not cool. I think that saying Nick was suddenly single was not enough. I'm sure that the castmates were devastated. I think that they should have been given the space to talk about it. I think that the space should have also been given to talk about why we should not be saying this. And, speaking of that, this woman is also 25. So I'm trying to keep that in mind as, I'm going through my judgment and stuff like that. So let's talk about her family who asked, well, first of all, I had screenshot her two friends that were made statements. They made public statements saying that they were removing themselves or taking a step back from running her social media, which, as my friend, I would be devastated. Like, I would be devastated. And again, I'm not condoning any bullying, any racism, any bigotry. I do not condone any of that at all. But that does not make me not feel sorry for the girl. When I've seen people lose their jobs off of a mistake, I have felt sorry for them. I think that there is a clear difference in me, my personal opinion, of people that spew hate and racism and people that make mistakes. I think that I've made mistakes. I've said things that I shouldn't have said, and I have taken ownership for them, privately, because it didn't happen in the public realm. But I do not know if someone could do a deep dive and find something inappropriate that I've said, especially in my early 20s when we were just on Twitter, tweetering and not really caring about any repercussions because we didn't have jobs and careers. And the world was just a different place 10 years ago in 2015. And really, I was on Twitter back in 2008. So a totally different way. But I don't think that everyone jumping on her, sending her death threats and all the other stuff, I don't think that that's okay. I don't think that's okay. Her family is going through a lot as well and is going to have to help her through this because this is a young woman who pretty much had the rise and the fall of a career in less than a month because the show is maybe literally a little less than a month because the show is on episode 30. So that means they were just in the villa for a month. And I just feel bad. I feel like there's a lot of teaching moments that could be happening. I think that we probably could have allowed her to make an apology. We probably could have allowed her a space to talk it through. I think that just firing people and pretending things didn't happen is not okay. And that is not how we should be operating. Kudos to her family for holding their child accountable while also asking for peace and grace because God tells us to continue to forgive over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And that's what we should all do because we all make mistakes. Nobody is above a sin. Nobody. So kudos to her family. I love how they are handling this. Her friends, those are not your friends. They're just not. We didn't even know who was running her social media page. I don't know if they had made an announcement that they were running it. I never saw that, but they were just like, oh, you made a mistake. We're out. And let me tell you how they would have been riding on her coattails had she won that $100,000. I do know that people did not like Sierra, and I do feel like that is why this deep dive happened. And I think that is just like, it makes me want to discuss how, what's going on? Yeah, it makes me want to discuss how much power we have as a viewing party. Like, people that are watching these shows, we have, I think, too much power to cancel people. I don't think that it's okay to like do these hit pieces, which it really is what it is. It's a hit piece. And yes, you should not have anything bad for them to find. I agree with that. But I just think that this season of Love Island, and I don't know, this is only my second season watching it. And last season, I don't think I was as invested in the social media portion of it. I think that I was definitely talking to my friends in group chats and things like that. But I wasn't so invested in everything else that was going on. And because I just see how many people talk so nastily about people they do not know. Like, we can have our opinions, yes, but I think that people purposely went out of their way to attack this woman. And I don't think that that's okay either. I think that both things are wrong. And that's all I'm saying about that. I do wish Ciara the best. I really wish that she takes accountability. I really wish that she is getting the help that she needs. I know that, and not help as in like, oh, she's a racist, she needs help, because I'm not going to put that on her because I don't know her and I don't know of her acting like this way. But I do know they have psychologists and stuff on set before and after the show. And I'm really hoping that they are not just going to throw this girl into the wolves. I really hope that they are going to make sure that she has some kind of psychologist to be able to talk her through coming back outside and dealing with all of this. Because, I mean, I just could not imagine the world feeling as if the world hates you. And I know that she's definitely sorry about the comment now. And I know she's probably definitely sorry that she didn't allegedly listen to the person that tried to educate her. But again, God says to continue to forgive. And who are we to cast anything on this woman? So, Love Island, I don't appreciate that you didn't make a official announcement. I do hope that you guys are not going to just leave this girl hanging and that you're going to make sure she gets the help in the talks that she needs in order for her to survive, because I have seen multiple people, more than one, that have committed suicide in connection to Love Island, and we do not want that to happen to anyone else. All right. Now that is done, let us okay. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure this out. I guess I have to be a little small thing. Let's talk about Nicolandria. Okay, so I am not against Nick and Alandria being a couple. I'm not against it. Originally, I was just like, okay, Ciara and Nick is a thing. Alandria and Taylor is a thing. What's going to happen when they go back to the villa? That's a little messy or whatever. Again, like I said, I've been doing deep dives on social media and ChatGPT and Reddit. Reddit and Threads have been like my besties. And I think that the people are for Nick and Alandria. I do love that the mom is so for it, and how she not only predicted it the first time, but even after she saw that it wasn't going to work or whatever happened, she was just like, oh, she thinks Alandria can bring the man out of her son, and that Nick can bring, bring like a little bit more fun in her life and show like her laughing side, which is exactly what's happening. So the fact that a mom can read a relationship so well is amazing to me. And I really, really hope that they make it at least to the point where they're going to be allowing the families into the villa, because I want to meet Nick's mom and his sister. I think that they are so cute. Even the father was in on it or whatever. And I'm here for that. I really am. I do think that I've been seeing that people are upset that Nick did not leave just because Alandria left. And I'm just like, hey, number one, Nick has not known Ciara for more than a month. That's just it. He has not. Nick also came on this show to find love and possibly win some money. If him and Ciara's relationship is strong enough, then guess what? Outside, they will re-find each other and they will continue on their journey. Let's not pretend like Nick and Alandria have not been friends this whole time. Let's not pretend they did not share that steamy kiss. Let's not pretend that Nick was not about to say he was into Alandria and Alandria kind of shut it down before Nick could get his words out or whatever. So I am here for Nick Alandria. I really am. I did not vote for them. I did vote for Ellie. I did vote for Ace and Shelly. But I didn't vote for Nick and Alandria because I feel like they're going to have more than enough votes to make it to the next round. And I don't think that Ace and Shelly are going to have as many votes because for some reason, there's so many people hating on them just because they're confident and self-sure. And I love them. I did not know the big age gap. Ace is 22 and Shelly is 27. So that does kind of make me nervous for when they get out of the villa. Although Cordell and Serena made it out with their big age gap, I don't know if it's going to be the same for Nick. I'm not Nick and Ace and Shelly. But I did vote for them, and I did not vote for Nick and Alandria, although I am a Nick and Alandria fan. I think that the scene where Nick asked her how does she feel about Taylor being in the bottom 10, and she said, "I feel great." And they laughed. They had that's the laughs that build relationships. If you already have a friendship, physical, I feel like, can come. It's people that have been friends for 10 years and then all of a sudden they wake up and they're like, you know what? I'm attracted to you now. And I already know that you have all the values and everything that I already look for in a partner. So I think that this friendship with Nick and Alandria can go far. I really, really do. And I want love for Alandria. I think that it would be so cool if she turned around and won this whole thing after getting played by Taylor, because Taylor is a little baby. And it's just I despise Taylor. And I don't know Taylor personally. I despise the character that I have seen on TV. I despise that person because I don't know who Taylor is outside of the villa, but I do not like how he had to stand on business in front of everybody. I talked about it on my last recap. And I'm really hoping that Nick and Alandria make it. I'm excited to see tonight's episode, really only because of them, because it is a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, and I don't know. I've seen a lot of people saying that they're not going to be watching. I guess we'll have to see from the viewership if they're telling the truth or not. But Nick and Alandria, I'm rooting for you guys. I really am. I forgot Nick's age. I think it might be 24 or 25. But I think that Nick comes from a good family. He has a good head on his shoulders. And I also think that it says a lot that the mom does not like Sierra. And she didn't say she doesn't like Sierra, but the fact that she's pushing Alandria and Nick tells us that she's not really a Sarah lover. And I think that moms really do know best. I think that almost every friendship that I've had that my mom was kind of been iffy about, that friend is no longer here. And I think every relationship that I've had that my mom has been iffy about, that person is no longer here, because moms just have this sense of knowing what's going to happen. So I'm definitely here for Nick and Alandria. Oh, I forgot. Let's talk about Bella. First off, I did not know that Bella was Asian American. That was news to me, but I am very happy that she did take a stand and make a statement. But I also feel like she's like, oh, this is my moment. Let me go ahead and say something, because nobody asked her. Nobody asked her. But I do think that she's still looking for her little 15 minutes of fame. And she felt like she needed to throw someone else under the bus in order to get it, because I don't see anywhere that someone did a podcast interview or called her and asked for her take on the Sierra situation. I don't think that anyone, I didn't see anyone be like, why are you still following Sierra? So I'm not really sure why she needed to come out and say something. But I do agree with anyone that is taking a stand against racism. And as a Black woman who deals with racism on a regular basis, I do think that we all need to stand together, because if something is wrong, something is wrong. And we do want people to stand with us just as we want to stand for everyone else. All minorities should be protected until we're no longer the minority. But yeah, so we're gearing into the last week of Love Island, and I am going to continue watching because I like to see things through. But again, I cannot stress enough how disappointed I am in Love Island producers for not speaking up and letting us know what exactly is happening or whatever, and just leaving us to look for it on social media. I don't think that's okay. I do not. I'm excited. Upcoming this week, Beyond the Gates is back. I had a rough week of not seeing my soap every day. I have easily become addicted to Beyond the Gates, and I need to know what Danny got going on. I need to know if this guy was shot and killed or not, or whatever. I I need to know. I need to know. The acting is good and horrible. It's good. It's good and horrible. It depends on the day. But Beyond the Gates brings me joy. I love watching stories. One of my guilty pleasures and what calms me down and that stimulates me, not stimulates me, or if I'm overstimulated, it stimulates me. I don't know. Understimulates me, puts me on ease, whatever, is watching soap operas, which is why I love reality TV so much, which is why I love Beyond the Gates. And I'm excited for this week. We have upcoming Real Housewives of Orange County. Woo! So excited for Gretchen to be back. I cannot wait to see all the drama with her and Tamra. I cannot wait to see Shannon. I've always loved Shannon, but I have grown to love Shannon even more since she's been on Love Hotel. I feel like anytime I see housewives on a different show that takes them out of just the drama, I always find like more of a love for them. Same for Meredith in Next Generation NYC, which is actually really, really good. It follows mostly housewives' kids, and then it has some like Nepo babies on there too. But I love seeing Meredith on there just being a mom and just being fun and funny and not just, attacking people and yelling with veins popping out of her neck, because I like a mixture. I like both. I like the drama, and I also like to see the family life as well. There was Real Housewives of Atlanta. We have our reunion part 1 Sunday. So I'm excited to talk about that. We'll be chatting about, oh my gosh, we have the Housewives reunion, and we have the season finale of Love Island on the same day. So Monday, I'm going to have to split up my time between both, because I know that the first installment of Real Housewives of Atlanta is going to be steamy. From last episode, I think that what is his name, Marcus, which I think his name is Marcus, and I can't stand people named Marcus. They just always cause drama. Marcus cause drama. But anyway, that last episode of Housewives, I do not believe that Phaedra did anything, and if she did, she's an amazing actress, because I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that she orchestrated that man coming to any kind of event. I don't know why Angela felt the need to have him on the finale at her event after she just raised $107,000, which is such an amazing feat for her charity. And then to bring him and scum it up was absolutely crazy to me. Although I don't know why I'm getting messages in this group chat. Although I do think that Angela definitely had an amazing first season. She is Housewives material. She's bringing the shade. She's bringing the receipts. And she is bringing the fun. I enjoy watching her. It's fun drama watching her. And her husband is absolutely hilarious to me. What else do we have going on this week? I'm going to do Reddit Wednesday, where I'm going to go on Reddit and just give unsolicited, is it unsolicited advice if they're actually on Reddit asking for the advice? I don't know. But we're going to be going into a deep dive of Reddit on Wednesday, so that's what I'm going to be doing there. I do feel more comfortable about my lives. This is my second week of going live. I'm not allowing anyone on my TikTok, sorry, because I don't know how to kick you off, and you guys are creepers sometimes. But anyway, this is my second week of going live. I am getting back into the feel of things. I'm going to figure out more of a structure. Today we were doing a recap, but I do have some other things that I need to speak on that will probably be tomorrow maybe, or later on in the week. But we're working on StreamYard. We're trying to figure it out. I'm right now my producer and my host. I'm doing everything myself, just trying to eliminate any excuses. And I need to, that's what I need to do. I need to eliminate any excuses. It's the second half of the month. It is 3 months from my birthday. I'm about to be 38. I want to feel like I'm walking into 38 with some new goals checked off. Okay. So I will be here. You guys have been amazing. Please write in the comments any suggestions, whether I welcome all feedback. Also, you can feel free to email me at jasmine@jasmineleigh.com, JASMIN@JASMINLEIGH.com. I would love to hear from you. Love to let me know what you want to see. I should be going and visiting a new restaurant this week, so that is coming up. And yeah, we're living with Leigh. We're live with Leigh, and we're out for the day, guys. Love you all. Peace. Peace, peace, peace.